When I started out with spirituality or my spiritual practice, I tried to be present. I thought that was something I was supposed to do to experience myself being present, meaning that there's different ways of being here for me. And if I can just find out how I am supposed to be present, then I would be in the present moment. And I mean, we all read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and it's like a big theme. And if you're into Advaita or non-duality, that's also a big theme that they talk about. And yeah, after having tried that for a while, I realized that that's not what it feels like when you're actually experiencing being just now, when there's no feeling of any time. Because the problem is that you're not really there. And then when people say, oh, there's nothing to do, you are the present moment, that's not true either. And I think that's one of the main misconceptions, is that people try to keep the sense of self and at the same time let go of the sense of self. So I always find non-duality funny, because they spend so much time arguing and trying to figure out that, oh, it's just I need to reason myself into letting go of myself. In other words, they're trying to use the self as a way to experience being without a self, which just doesn't really work. So when you're trying to be present, it's not that you can be that. It's not actually possible for you to be fully present. You can be more aware of what's going on right now, meaning that you can see that, okay, right now I'm sitting in a car, I'm driving, and I'm aware of things passing by, and I feel that I am here and I am aware of these things happening, but there's still an I being aware. So that's not experiencing just now, just the present moment, if you want to use that term. Instead, is the feeling of someone interpreting these things happening. So you don't do present moment. You also aren't present moment, which is one of those things again that we're trying to, okay, I am no longer me, I am everything. That is still an identification. You're still trying to feel like you are there and that you are experiencing reality. Just now you are there experiencing a larger reality. If you've ever experienced what it's like to not have a sense of self, that's what most people call being in the present moment, fully being in the present moment, or having a satori or an awakening moment, or whatever you want to call it. The feeling of not experiencing the pressure that comes from identifying with anything is what it's really like to be in the present moment, fully. But then you can't actually say that you are in the present moment, because you're not there. Present moment just is, and oops, there's a car coming, and you're not even experiencing the present moment. It's just there. So what happens is that you shift your focus from trying to have a perspective of experiencing present moment, because that just doesn't work. I think that's something people run into. They try so hard to be present that they create even more distance, because now I am here and I'm trying to go there, and that just doesn't work. So then people say, don't do anything, and that's not true either. You have to use your awareness in a particular way to fall into this state of experiencing just non-timelessness, or non-centricness, as I call it, when there's no sense of self. So you have to move yourself. It's kind of like you push yourself in that direction and then you let go, but you can't actually do anything to get there in and of itself. You cannot do anything, but you still need to push yourself in the right direction so that you go there, which is a conundrum, and which makes it difficult. And I think that's where all this, I call it nonsense, of people saying, oh, I'm already enlightened, I don't need to do anything, I'm already here. I'm like, no, you're not. If you were, then you would experience reality like that the whole time, and you're obviously not. So then that means there's something that you need to get out of, but it's not you that need to get out of it. So there is truth to the idea that you don't need to get somewhere else, because you can never get there. This feeling of I need to go somewhere else, that is a false premise. It just doesn't work. But there is something you can do to move yourself towards that, to push yourself in that direction, so that it's more likely for yourself to experience reality without a sense of self, which leads to experiencing non-centricness, or just the present moment. And the best way to do that is to just enjoy your senses, because it's not coming to your senses. It's not being aware of your senses that we're trying to do, because then you are aware. It's instead becoming your senses, meaning that the sense of any kind of center point disappears and there's just things happening without the pressure of interpreting, analyzing, judging, or you trying to get something out of your experience. And this is such a strange concept for us to do because it's not something you can think about. You can never fully understand it. And even if you intellectually understand this, that is virtually of no help at all. I mean, it can give you a sense of where to aim for, but except for that, it doesn't really do anything. So trying to figure this stuff out just doesn't really help you. One of the best ways to do this is to start some kind of meditation practice to see, not because you can actually get there by meditating in the sense of I'm focusing on my breath and get there, but having a practice teaches you to see what is happening inside of you, teaches you to see this pressure that comes from having a sense of self. And I think this is one of the easiest and best ways to actually not do the present moment, not be the present moment, but to have experience as the present moment. I mean, it's just difficult to put words to this because it doesn't make any sense. Whatever I say, it will be wrong. You just kind of have to experience it. If that's something you'd like to do, I made a video here where I talk more about how to do meditation in such a way that it helps you to experience reality like that.